100.7 WMMS. The Janglers are coming up, but first a word from our wonderful sponsors.
Moderator, and are not necessarily those of the staff and management of WMMS or Mallright Communications. They may be, but they may not.
Once again, welcome back to Talkback on 100.7 WMMS. The Janglers are here. Yes. The phones have been ringing all night. No BS, man. The phones have been ringing all night. People saying, are the Janglers going to come out? And yes, the Janglers are, or at least, 3/5 of the Janglers are here.
Yep, I think that qualifies as a quorum.
Jason, Jack, and Eric are with us this evening after fresh from their gig last night at Peabody's Down Under. And we are going to hear some Janglers music live in the studio. I hope you guys don't... I have to watch out. I haven't been on the air for almost a day and a half. and I'll say it. Heck, we're adults. I was going to say, I hope you guys don't think I'm a shit or anything for making you bring down all your equipment.
Are you allowed to say that?
I guess not. But I almost said it earlier, and I had to get it out because I knew I was going to say it sooner or later. And you know what the worst...
My mom's listening, too.
I'm sorry. Well, you know what the worst part is?
She says it, too, but don't tell anyone.
I read in church yesterday, and I know that Father Lyons from St. Luke's is listening, so I'm sorry.
Whoops.
It wasn't meant to... I don't know. I don't know what got into me. I've been possessed, you know. But... boy, I can't believe I just said that.
These things happen on Sunday
Okay,
night.
forget it. You know, the Janglers are here, and that's what counts. Guys, what have you been working on lately? Tell me.
Well, actually, we've been working on our new drummer. Well, we haven't really been working on him, but we've been working with him.
And he debuted. He or she debuted last night at Peabody's.
He debuted last night at Peabody's. His name is Youssef Endur, and he did a great job. We only had a chance to rehearse with him about 3 times because we've been busy, you know, on the road and off the road, and he did just a heck of a job. We had a real good time down at Peabody's Down Under last night. And
Good crowd. Cat Free Air opened up for you.
Cat Free Air was there, yeah. And, we had about, something like 450 people down there. We had a real good time.
Tip of the buzzard's wing to Dewey Forward. No wonder. Was Dewey still on vacation? He wasn't back, was he?
Dewey was not there last night. So, and neither was Debbie, so I assume that they were probably not.
You know
back.
what? I should have been there then, because that usually makes it safer for me when Dewey's not around. You know what I mean?
hear you.
But it's a lot of fun. And of course, your fine bass player is not with us tonight. We can give him a plug, too.
No, yeah, Glenn Brady is not here, but we say hey to Glenn. How you doing, bro?
And Youssef and Glenn. Maybe
Youssef
next time we
and
can get everybody
this
down,
is
you know?
Sort of, maybe we could do that. This is definitely the unplugged, also unrehearsed version of the Janglers.
Yeah, you're on here. Now, Eric, tell me, is this a wintertime beard or what, man?
Yeah, we came back from Colorado and it just sort of never came off.
Did you guys do some skiing out there or just a lot of rocking and rolling?
We hit the slopes a little bit. You
No
know?
kidding?
We had some time during the day, so.
What does Jack look like on skis? I got to know.
I actually
Jack's-
did not ski.
Okay, I was going to
Yeah, bad knees.
Bad knees. Yeah, Eric, you know, when you're a musician, you can't afford razor blades. That's why Eric has a beard. So.
Is that true?
Yeah.
So that's something that just happened. I see you got your Tribe hat on. Tribe just kicking in spring training, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's getting excited for the Indians, but we're always excited when the Janglers come by.
That's right, last season at the stadium.
And there's a mic that'll reach closer. We're working against the odds here, but nevertheless, you guys are down here. Now, Circuit Ride, of course, debuted a while back and to critical acclaim. Knowing you guys, in fact, the one thing that always impressed me about you guys, like some people get up in the middle of the night to get a drink of water or to relieve themselves. Seems like you guys write songs that easily. What is? And you know, that's good.
In the middle of the night is when most of that happens too, Munch.
You know, it's a talent, but there's got to be something that you're working on now. Isn't there a new project?
Oh, yeah. Well, we've got, you know, when you have a personnel change like the one we've just been through, that kind of puts recording projects, etc., on hold. But we do have enough material ready to start working on a new disc, which we hope to get at very soon. We're planning to go down to Nashville and record down there at a friend's studio. So that's what's in the works.
Where was Circuit Ride recorded?
Circuit Ride was recorded right here in Cleveland, Ohio, at Midtown Recording, which at that time was called the Right Track.
Yeah. Okay. See, I had heard Midtown Recording. In fact, they're one of the new sponsors of Undercurrents. Of course, Undercurrents getting ready to kick off again.
Great bunch of guys
They were
down
Right Track,
there.
okay?
Bart Coster
Yeah.
and the crew. He's got a
John.
new band out, A.K.A. Evil. They're pretty good. They're playing around town.
That sounds good.
Very nice recording studio, though, and real professional, you know. A lot of the Frankie Starr was down there working on his album while we were recording.
You know, and Frankie was at Peabody's Friday night as part of the MMS Free Times concert series.
You know, incidentally, Frankie's drummer came and did some hand claps on our album. So that's a little known fact about Circuit Ride.
Well, there you go. And now, you know what? Last week I was given another Circuit Ride copy, and I had lent another one out, so I'm glad. But also, I was given another CD of yours a little earlier. And
Sweet Providence.
Sweet Providence. And I'll tell you what, you know, very touching just because of the loss of one of the members of the band. And, you know, it's funny, I probably in the last week have been on a 2-to-1 ratio, Sweet Providence to Circuit Ride, just for past memories. But one thing that's cool is that you guys have kept on, and you keep spirit alive, and that's really what counts.
That's all you can do, you know. I mean, I feel like we've been very lucky. You know, there are lots and lots of musicians who, you know, live and breathe music and really never have a chance to gig out and make recordings and stuff. So I feel like we've been really, really fortunate. And, you know, just to have personnel changes and stuff is always tough, but, you know, just keep on chugling.
Now, you guys are doing, of course, every time I turn around, seems like you're doing about, what, a monthly gig in Cleveland. Still playing around the state in Cincinnati and Columbus?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we just did Columbus and Cincinnati last week. And, man, those towns are doing great. You know,
what club did you do down in Columbus?
We do Chelsea's in Columbus. We had 700 people there last week.
Fantastic.
And Ripley's in Cincinnati is almost that good. It's a little smaller. But you know, we've been getting to Chicago a lot more often lately.
Have you met Brad Capuano, the owner of Chelsea's, when you're down there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Brad's a bud.
Does he take care of you?
Yes.
Because if he doesn't, I'll call him. Jack, I feel bad. My back's turned to Jack here. Jack's sitting behind me. He's still with us. Now, I just want to make sure those guys take care of you when you're out and about. In fact, I think, is Oroboros down there this weekend? I think they did Athens Friday and Chelsea's last night.
Orby and all the boys.
Well, you know, Radish is my roommate, Oroboros' longtime sound man. What's up, Rad? How you doing, buddy? I think he might be listening right now. And, yeah, incidentally, it was Brad's birthday when we played Chelsea's last week.
Oh, no. That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, it was dangerous. It was ugly.
I'm kind of glad I was in Cleveland, you know? I was just in the hospital for my stomach last week, so
I think Brad is right now.
I didn't need to be there. But, you know, we do want to invite everyone to coming up this week, Thursday and Friday night, at the Euclid Tavern. Oroboros will be around, and then you're not going to be able to see him for about 8 weeks. As they're going to do the thing like you did, travel east and west, north and south. But they'll be doing recordings for their new CD. And I know most of the folks out there are familiar, as they are with the Circuit Ride and Sweet Providence. They're familiar with the psychedelic recordings. Boy, that's going to be a lot of fun. So, you know, come on out there. You know, just great live music around town. Now, tell me if it's just me, but does it seem to be, I don't want to call it a rebirth, but just to seem to be like a little bit more interest? Because for a while there, and I got to tell you something, and, you know, God love all the bars and clubs that this happens to, but, boy, we had the Janglers tonight, Oroboros tomorrow. Who was with us last week?
Who was with us last week? We had music up here. Oh, we had the guys from
oh, that's right, the cats from the Woodchopper Ball. So, like I said, I feel like one of these late night
60s on that one too.
Like the late night talk show hosts. You know what I mean? That have all these cats, but also other great music at Peabody's coming up this Friday, all over town. Of course, Oroboros at Euclid Tavern Friday night. You've got the Snapdragons. They're opening up for the Twist-Offs, and that'll be a lot of fun. You know, I'd love to see a bill with the Snapdragons, Janglers, and Oroboros. That would be a lot of fun.
I'd like to see that, too.
Do you know what? We have to get those Snapdragon guys off their duffs. You know, Sean Furlong, our phone op, and Noel, one of the other cats from Snapdragons, is hanging in the hall tonight. You know what? I think we should try to get them involved with the Free Clinic jam this summer. What do you think?
Yeah, the Rock and Reggae Festival.
That's right. Now I'm putting you guys on the spot, so
well, no, you're not.
We hope that you're going to be involved in this again this summer.
Oh yeah, well we sure hope so too. There's always, always some There's been some confusion over the last couple of years as to whether or not we would be involved. And you know who the man has been for us. Jim Miller from Oroboros, our good buddy. I want to say hey to him if he's listening. And there was one year where they got somebody new in who I don't remember this person's name, who's gonna schedule the bands. And of course it was First Light and Oroboros, and then she went and scheduled a bunch of other bands. And Jim, was outraged that we weren't included, and called them up and said, "Hey, no way, if there's no rock and reggae if the Janglers don't play."
Well, that's cool to hear.
We're forever in his debt for that.
Well, I'm sure Marty Hiller from the director of the Freak. I talked to Marty last week. I guess he was using a cane to get around.
Oh, really?
And screwed up his leg somehow, and he told me. But once again, I plead the '60s on those things.
In fact, I met Marty Hiller during your show last year before the rock and reggae, and Jim was in here.
That's right.
Chris Dunmore was here. No, actually, Jim wasn't here, but Chris Dunmore was in here.
That's right. What's your excuse, man? You weren't even born back then, huh? Hey, listen, let's hear some.
I'm gonna plead the '80s on that one.
Let's hear some Janglers music now. We're gonna get you for a couple tunes, and we're gonna hear one of them right now. What are we gonna hear, guys?
We're gonna do sort of a unplugged, ragtime-ish version of the kind of blues I got.
What do you think we got? Maybe just a little turn down there on the fender?
We got a little bit of a buzz from this amp here.
Well, you know what? After everybody hears this music, they'll probably get a little bit of a buzz, too. You got enough? Eric, you okay there, man? All right, let's hear it. You're listening to...
Is that gonna be enough?
You ready to go?
I'm gonna take my headphones off.
You may do that. You're listening to the Janglers on 100.7 WMMS.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Tied up your heart in a knot. You must know the blues. You must know the kind of blues. The kind of blues that I got. If you ever had a friend used to tread in your same old shoes, and he up and passed away with the blues. If you ever cried your eyes out, ain't it felt just like a 20-gauge shot? You must know the blues. You must know the kind of blues. The kind of blues that I got. Play one, Jack. If you ever been so down and out, you just couldn't lay off the booze. You need up and wore off and left you with the blues. If you ever cried your eyes out, you spent the night in a vacant lot, you must know the blues. Kind of blues, the kind kind of blues, the kind of blues that I've got.
Stick handling by Eric Lindros.
Phone lines are open now for Talkback. Let us know what you're thinking. Call 578-1007 or statewide toll free 800-348-1007.
Once again, welcome back. Quite a few minutes left here to talk back on a Sunday evening on 100.7 WMMS. Yours truly, Mark Munch Bishop. With me, the Janglers, at least 3/5, a quorum. As Jason pointed out earlier, Jason, Eric, and Jack with us from the Janglers. Any special family and friends listening tonight? Do you guys want to say howdy to?
I'd like to say howdy to Errol Mintz, and that song, why not? We'll dedicate that one to him, and hope you're feeling better soon.
Hey, who's KC who called earlier from Cleveland Heights? Do you know who KC was?
Well, yeah, we kind of know that
we know
guy,
him.
actually.
I think we know
KC is a longtime friend of the band, and he is also sort of involved in a business sense with the band, and especially with the Circuit Ride CD.
Alrighty,
So you're busted, Ken.
So you knew who it was.
So I just want to say hi for a minute here.
Jack, that's right. You're behind me. I didn't forget about
the
you.
old hello to Mom and Dad here. It's just was my dad's 70th birthday. He's a long
Today?
Actually about a week or two ago. He's
all right.
a long-time supporter of the band and supporter of me.
Same here.
In more ways than one.
My
But,
dad's listening out there too.
And Joyce. I'd like to say hi to Joyce too.
All right.
That's too cool. Well, wait, we're not cutting you out too, Eric.
I would say hi to my dad too. He's listening out there. Called me up today, and to my girlfriend Heather.
All right. Heather, thank you
I
for
better
calling.
say hi to my girlfriend Dana then.
That's
Well,
right.
Jack?
And my
say
girlfriend
hi to
Joyce, who I
Glenn.
said hi to.
Well, I want to say...
Our manager, A. Brendone.
Jason, you won't be offended.
What's up?
keep going on the list there, huh?
Jace, you won't be offended if I say hi to your girlfriend Dana, will you?
No, that's all right.
Okay, hi Dana.
Well, I've
Hey,
met Dana
Dana.
before.
No.
Hi, Dana. I'd like to say hi to my wife, Donna.
All
How's
right.
that sound? Al,
Hey,
anybody
Donna.
for you, man?
The whole world.
The whole world, and of course, and also a very special tip of the buzzard wing to Channel 5 news anchor Liz Clayman. She's on her way home now from work, and I know every Sunday she is the matron saint of Talkback. I know that she tunes us in at 100.7 WMMS. Hey, you know what? I love it. We've got a phone call here. Glenn is on the horn. Glenn, what are you doing, man?
Just sitting here calling to make sure that we're still on for 2 o'clock tomorrow.
No, Eric can't hear you. Jason and Jack have headphones. Is rehearsal still on for 2 o'clock tomorrow?
Yeah, we're on, buddy.
That's it. I heard it. Sounds great.
How you feeling, man?
I'm actually a little under the weather, as a matter of fact.
You got that flu bug that's going around?
Yeah.
Boy, it's a drag. My wife's had it for like almost a week now, and she seems to be getting better, and it just goes back and forth. So we wish you nothing but the best.
Yeah, Antihistamine City.
All right, Glenn. You'll probably be doing some sleeping. Maybe you ought to move that practice rehearsal back to 3 o'clock.
No.
2 o'clock?
Bright and early.
Okay, man. Bright and early, 2 o'clock. Wait a minute. I'll have about 8 hours in by then. No brain, no pain. Hey, Glenn, thanks for calling, man. Glenn did leave us. Hey, I do want to tell folks, too, of course, Eric was tickling the keyboards before, and the Janglers in the raw fashion here, I guess you'd have to say that at the least, some interesting noise coming out of the amp. How'd you make that happen?
That's a sound I've been working on for a few years, developing.
It's called the short circuit.
Yeah.
You've had Circuit
feedback.
Ride, now we've got the short Circuit
Right,
Ride, huh?
That's correct.
It's interesting. You look back at some old albums, and yes, I'm going way back the path now, but the very first Chicago album, believe it or not, it was called the Chicago Transit Authority, and it was a four-sided, two record set, and there was a tune about 12, 14 minutes long. And I think it was called Freeform Guitar. And you know what, man, you're doing stuff now in the 1993 that Terry Katz did back then. So I do want to compliment you on that. And also on it sounds like it could be something too out of Off the Grateful Dead's Oxo Moxo.
Yeah, I have that record.
The one tune, What's Become of the Baby?
Yeah, that's a beautiful
In the
number.
middle. Are you familiar with that one, Jack?
Familiar
That's a
with
song
that
my
one.
mom used to sing me when I was a
Yeah.
little.
What's Become of the Baby?
Either that or Axis Pulled His Love, the beginning to that.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
yeah. And, on Oxo Moxo, it's kind of a gas because you've got China Cat Sunflower right into that jam. And Some of the most interesting things I've ever heard. You know, it's something once you hear it, you'll never ever be the same. What's on the horizon? Where will you guys be next in town?
Next in this town. Well, Eric and I will be playing Tuesday at the Grog Shop on Coventry.
How's the Grog Shop been doing lately? A lot of hot stuff going in and out of there.
I think they've been doing really well. Yeah, they've got a real diverse repertoire of groups.
They certainly do. When you look in the paper to see who's playing there.
Something new, and they're friends of ours as well. Kathy, we'll say hi to Kathy, and yeah, we wish them all the best of luck.
So Jason and Eric,
and also on Tuesday night and every Tuesday night, I can be seen playing with sort of a jazz R&B band called ACO, the Afro Cleveland Orchestra, featuring Rob Williams on saxophone, Larry, who plays with the Swing Lizards, Larry Brown, great keyboard player, Raymond DeForest, who plays bass with Natural Facts, and Dwayne Nolan on drums, and it's every Tuesday at the Turkey Ridge.
Excellent band. One of the best kept secrets in town.
So that's a lot of fun. You can go down to the Turkey Ridge and Grog Shop and just do it all on a Tuesday night.
You can go down to Coventry and see just about all the Janglers in action in one way or another.
Now, what are Glenn and Yusef doing those nights?
Well, Glenn will be passed out behind one of the bars, and Yusef will be sitting in.
He'll probably be sitting in with ACL.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be a lot of fun. So Tuesday at the Turkey Ridge, Tuesday at the Grog Shop. What about the Janglers? When can we see you guys?
We're going to be
again?
heading out of town this week down to Oxford and in Athens, and then we're going to Chicago. So we're going to be out of town for a couple weeks.
Where are you gigging in the Windy City?
We are playing at Otis's on Halstead. We're playing there for the first weekend in March. I know we're playing.
Is that your first time there?
No, we've played there a few times.
Okay.
It's going real well in Chicago. We're going to be playing St. Patrick's Day at Peabody's Cafe.
Which should be
that one. Which should be fun.
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day with a legal party holiday. You know that?
That's correct.
From 8 to 80. That's a legal day to have a lot of fun. Guys, as always, I appreciate you coming up. BLF
thanks
Bash.
for having us again, Munch. It's always a blast.
You know what? We will have to do it again. Maybe we can get everybody up and slot in an hour, and we can talk about the new project. And
we'll get Glenn
will bring the
on his stand-up bass.
Oh, that'll be a lot of fun. You know, we could almost do like a Weir Wasserman kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it'll be the Janglers. It'll be Jason, Jack, Eric, Glenn, and Yusef coming up. Once again, Tuesday night, the Grog Shop, you can see Jason and Eric, and Tuesday night, Turkey Ridge, you can see Jack and the ACO. Should be a lot of fun, and if you see Glenn, help him back to his feet, and on and on. As I said, BLF Bash will be up next. You know, before you guys do another tune, I want to tell you something real was important to me. You know, Jimmy Miller was up a couple weeks ago from Oroboros and gave me an Indian arrowhead that like goes way before the birth of Christ. You're talking goes back a couple of thousand years, and lately, the last couple of weeks, I get kind of stressed. I know most of it's in my mind, but I was talking to Marty Hiller also at the Free Clinic, and you know, it's great to have some kind of icon, some kind of little something that you can escape with. And I'll tell you guys something. I hold this in my hand and I close my eyes, and it's almost like a Dances with Wolves kind of thing. I picture prairies and I picture buffaloes and just rustling trees and leaves and no shopping malls.
Well,
I know what you mean.
I know the feeling.
And it's kind of cool.
Well.
Jim has actually converted Jason to being a sort of a novice arrowhead hunter himself.
I am Jim's apprentice in the arrowhead hunting game. In fact, he told me so much about it that I started to get really interested. And one day last fall, we went out and we went down in southern Ohio and checked out some farm fields. And sure enough, I came away with an arrowhead just like the one you're talking about.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting, Munch. I just like to add that, you know, people have this vision of like rock stars, like staying up all night, tearing up hotel rooms with lots of women around. You know, and in fact, they're really out digging in the mud at 7 in the morning.
And looking for arrowheads.
Looking for arrowheads.
With the wife and child at home like Jim Miller, huh? Boy, that's too cool. Hey,
yeah, it's funny because when we were out in this field, we ran into Jimmy Page and stuff. You know, he was out there poking around.
He wasn't worshiping the devil, was he?
No. He was looking for arrowheads.
Okay, man, and Jimmy's come a long way. Once again, we're going to finish something up here tonight with Jason, Eric, and Jack from the Janglers. Guys, as always, thanks for coming out, and I do appreciate you for listening. Big Al Lorkovic on the board, Sean Furlong on the phones. Thank you guys for helping out, and as always, from yours truly, Mark Munch Bishop, I appreciate your support. BLF Bash will be up next, and you are listening to 100.7 WMMS Cleveland.
my evening train in an underground city where nobody knows my name. People pushing through the turnstiles for destinations everywhere. Look down on me, Jesus, and pay this poor boy's fare. Well, thank you, Mr. Conductor. I don't need no window seat. I've seen you road before, watching from a boxcar door. And nobody stops to ask the time, and no one's got time to lose. And nobody pays me any mind as I come shuffling through like yesterday's news. Just like yesterday's news. Stranded in Alphabet City, St. Mark's Place and Avenue A. Out with the wired and the worn and the wasting away. Nobody seems to see me. I guess I'm the invisible man. Wish some kind woman come and take me by my hand. Well, thank you, Mr. Usher. I don't need no ringside seat. I've seen your show before, watching from the backstage door. Nobody stops to ask the time, and no one's got time to lose. And nobody pays me any mind as I come shuffling through like yesterday's news. Feel like yesterday's news. With the summertime blues. Time, and no one's got time to lose, and nobody pays me any mind as I come shuffling through. Yesterday's news. I feel like yesterday's news. Who wants yesterday's news? I'm just yesterday's news.
Yeah. The total rock and roll experience.
Now don't say anything to upset the sponsor. Here we go.
100.7 WMMS, Cleveland.